Happy, 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 happy. All right, so some thoughts on the secrets of happiness, how to be happy. Just finished watching the Pharrell Piece by Piece movie, A++ awesome. It's probably like definitely the top, one of the top films I've watched of all time. It's actually super amazing. Okay, so the reason why I think everyone should watch it is A, I mean, it's made out of Legos, which is awesome. B, I didn't actually know that Pharrell was so awesome and great. He's like super low-key, like one of the most fascinating humans of all time. And it's just like an inspirational watch to anybody who's, wants inspiration. It's good for everyone. So, I'll just share some random thoughts. Okay, so the first thought is, I think in life, the best strategy is just indulge all of your weird interests and never try to placate to the market, because the hilarious irony is the harder you try to placate to the market, the less interested they'll be. And it's kind of like by embracing what sets you apart is actually the path to success. And I don't think that success should just be measured in dollar bills, because it's like a slow death for fiat currency. I think Bitcoin is going to be the new world order-ish. I mean, like, we're always going to be using US dollars, and I think the truth is people think that Bitcoin is anti-US dollars and fiat currency. I think there's actually going to be a merge, because at the end of the day, there's going to be a certain day where it's going to flip, but everyone's always going to be curious, like, what's the price of Bitcoin in US dollars, right? So the day it hits 21 million a coin, 55 million a coin, 100 million a coin, whatever it's going to be, we're going to be very happy. Happiness. Happiness is family, right? Like, having a wife, a spouse, having kids, having multiple kids. The idea of like future life and future growth is, to me, like a simple way to gauge happiness. And I mean, obviously, like sleeping 10 to 12 hours a night, part is in your sleep. So lately we've been getting Seneca to bed at like 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. And, me and Cindy hit the sack around like 7 p.m. Naturally I get up around like 4:35, whatevs. And so, contrary to popular belief, I think being able to sleep like 10 to 12 hours is like the ultimate life hack. And the reason why I think a lot of people, they can't fall asleep at night is multiple. So first and foremost, if you did a line of cocaine before going to sleep at like 11 p.m. or midnight, are you going to fall asleep? No. And, any sort of media, entertainment, flashing, audio-visual stuff is going to keep you up. And so I would say that this is where it takes discipline, where you just gotta like uninstall all the stupid social media apps from, like, anyone who thinks there's utility in it. It's kind of like, how do you say this? I don't know anybody who ever goes on Instagram or Facebook or whatever and like, wow, I'm so grateful that I went on this and I feel so much better afterwards. Like the problem is with social media and media, most of it, right? It puts you in a worse mood than when you consumed it, right? So like, for example, feces, right? So like, imagine if you're just like walking, right? And there's like feces on the floor. Do you pick it up and keep eating it and complaining that it doesn't make you feel good, right? No, you got to get rid of the feces. So social media apps on your phone, everything, is like digital social media feces. It's not good. And other solutions to get your 10, 12 hours sleep, join the gym, get your one rep max weightlifting in, try to walk your 50,000 steps a day. I don't know any man who walks 50,000 steps a day who is not supremely happy. And also, living in the right place does make a big difference. So I'm currently here in Phnom Penh, and thus far, It's my closest thing to paradise. It's like a walking paradise, the nicest people of all time. And the culture of being, my culture is amazing. Like, it's like very tranquil, it's very subtle, it's very calming. And certainly, you know, money, finance, economics are important, but it's not like the prime objective of people. It's more about social interactions and also the good thing about being in Phnom Penh, there's really not that many tourists or foreigners here. So fewer weird, degenerate expats. Stay in BKK1 near the Royal Palace, whatever it is, right? You'll see like 10 Rolls Royces a day. It's kind of fun. See a bunch of Lambos. And so as a consequence, there's this Beverly Hills Beverly Hills Polo Club. And the guy has the matte blue Rolls Royce, so it looks like this guy's doing something right. And yeah, I think the secret of happiness is obviously health. Like, if you were a trillionaire but you only slept 30 minutes a day, and you're a cripple and you're just high on cocaine and heroin all day, are you gonna be happy? No. Even if you could bet all the beautiful women on the planet, if you can't even get it up, it's not gonna be worth it, right? And so I think happiness is less about like hedonistic pleasure. It's more about like a sense of calm, tranquility, stability, foundation, you know, sleep, physiological exercise. And the opposite of happiness, which is probably stress or something, it manifests in people's face, their comportment, the way they carry themselves. And I think actually 99% of the issue, it's not a virtue thing. It's like people live in the wrong environment. So for example, if you grew up your whole life in a rat cage, you know, certainly you're not gonna thrive as if, you know, you had a kid, you know, like okay, if you take a gorilla or a monkey and you put them in like, you know, the Jungle Book environment, they will thrive. If you put a monkey and keep it in a cage for its whole life and just have it, you know, auto scroll through YouTube, it's probably not gonna thrive. And so humans, people forget, right? Like, we're like animals, right? We're like biological beings. We need to be outside. We look at trees, interact with people, touch people and stuff like that. And so happiness in life, it's interacting with people, it's social, it's smiling. It's a simple way that you could become happier too is be a negative. Like, the more technology you subtract from your life, the better. Even with like Seneca, like the great thing about being here, he's like in this like super hippie school where it's just like all wooden trees and toys, and he's just like singing songs all day. And so like he hasn't even used an iPad in like 3 months. And I mean, certainly the change has to start within ourselves. Like, you know, typically kids who are on YouTubies all day, their parents are probably like binge watching stuff behind the scenes too. And so yeah, like you know, if you want to change your kids or whatever, right, it's often a reflection of yourself. So, you know, change yourself before you change the planet. And I think also like I think we're also kind of like entering this new generation of creativity, in which creativity is going to be the most powerful fuel for the future. Now that we got generative AI, right? AI is like a quadrillion times more productive than I am, and often more creative and more interesting. Yeah, there becomes this autotelic nature where I just like writing. Like, to me, it's a joy in itself. And it's kind of like meta thinking, it's kind of like meta living, it's like breathing, right? Taking photos, right? And so, yeah, I think at the end of the day, happiness is just being able to do what you love, kind of continue innovating, not taking life too seriously, and always being happy and sabai.